and welcome to Yin Yoga with me, Kumari Sky, the Relaxationist. Today's theme is Spacious Spine. So we'll be moving the spine in all 6 of possible directions. So forward, backward, laterally, and twisting to each side. I hope you enjoy this practice. We're going to start out seated. I like sitting up on something. If you've practiced with me before, you know that. So this is just a folded blanket. So if you don't have props, blankets that fold kind of firmly are good. But also like bigger blankets rolled up and stuff can be nice. So get yourself up on something. This helps us maintain length in the spine and comfort as well. If your legs don't like this, you can always have your legs out long. You could even be sitting in a chair. This is going to be our opening meditation with a pranayama practice. Again, I'm Kumari, and I'm so glad you're here. Please close your eyes, allowing your hands and arms to rest at ease wherever feels most comfortable for you. Feel the weight of the hips, the legs, the feet. Imagine the lower half of your body grounding, connecting with the earth. Allow awareness to travel up the spine to the crown of the head. Energetically reaching skyward with the crown. And perhaps adjusting the body to sit a little taller without causing tension in the low back or the hips. So just finding that balance. Welcoming the Ujjayi Pranayama practice. This is that soft squeezing in of the glottis or the back of the throat. It sounds like this. My mouth is closed. You can do this both on the inhale and exhale. Or if it feels more compatible to you to just do it on the exhales, that works as well. Go ahead and begin. Keeping the breath smooth and even and consistent. Take one more Ujjayi breath. You can bring your hands to the top of your head and just let them rest ever so lightly and gently. Another right hand at the forehead and the left hand at the back of the head, just holding here, contributing to vagus nerve, nourishment and regulation. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Reach your arms up high. Exhale, take a little twist off to your right. Something really gentle. Again, a cleansing breath. Breathe in. Inhale the arms overhead again. Exhale to the other side. Cleansing breath in. Inhale, come back through the center, arms up. You can open your eyes if you haven't already. Dropping your palm to one side and reaching over. Inhale, come back up. And we're reaching to the other side. Crack. All right, breathing back up. Let's extend the legs out long. Just doing some little shakes here. Windshield wipers with the heels, or the ankles, I mean. And then we'll step the feet wider than the hips. Windshield wipers. So during our practice today, I invite you to come back to that Ujjayi breathing whenever you remember to. Use it as a touch point to connect with your physical body, with the present moment. Our first shape today is diamond pose. So it's very similar to butterfly. It is a butterfly pose, but in usual asana classes, we pull our legs way in and we feel something here. In this version, we're bringing the feet away from the body so we can start to maybe feel it a little more on the outer edges of the legs. In this pose, you might use some blocks. You could use a block bolster setup. And we're just going to come in and find our first edge. So in Yin Yoga, our edge is that first sensation of energy or tugging or stretching that we feel. You might shift around your hips a teeny bit. And if your neck and back are okay with it, I'm going to encourage you to really just round and let your head hang. I'm going to lift up just in case more people join, so I'm not just face down. And then if you can also just peek up, you can do something like this if your head gets tired of just hanging there. Let's tune into sensations. This is the first principle of Yin Yoga. moving into the pose to our appropriate edge, so appropriate for us. Can we maintain a position where we're feeling a sensation, we're not feeling any pain, the breath can stay smooth, even, and continuous. We intend to quiet the mind while we're practicing yin yoga. This is the best way for us to be able to hear our body's messages. What kind of messages? Maybe your body is going a little deeper, so you could rearrange your props. Or maybe your body is saying, okay, that's enough. That's a little too deep. Come up a little bit. I'm just going to spend the next minute here feeling and breathing. Breathing and feeling. Tuning into the stillness you've already cultivated in your body, your breath, your mind. Let's take a breath in together. Sigh it out. Slowly rising. Leaning back into your hands. Take time to move your body now. What feels natural to do after holding that? I call this the fourth principle of yin yoga, the rebound. The space in between the shapes where we have the opportunity to feel the residual and fleeting sensations from the poses we did or had just did. But this time can also be used in stillness. For instance, you could just lay back down and pause there in what's sometimes called as pentacle pose, where you're just kind of like laying there, spread eagle. You can also pause in a seated position. This is a really important aspect of yin yoga practice. When we're doing these long held poses, we're essentially deforming our tissues. And the rebound serves as an opportunity to help these tissues reform. And during reforming, and don't get me wrong, it's not like the tissues like dramatically change. We're talking like, so when we take this time, we become even more interoceptive. We get more connected with our bodies. Okay, now we're going to do fish pose. This one is sometimes a little tricky to teach online because I don't know what people have as far as props. So bear with me while I give you a lot of options in case there's anybody on here that has never done this. If you know fish pose for yin yoga, be my guest, get set up. So what I'm going to offer today is if you have 2 blocks, set them up like this. So notice that I have a little space in between. Then you would come back. This block edge is going to hit you about mid-back. So it takes a little doing. I got to go up a little bit. And that block goes right between your shoulder blades, and then your head goes on the other one. Legs can stay bent like this. They can be out long. If you want to do more butterfly pose, you can do that. All right. So if you have blocks, try it like that. If you only have 1 block, figure out something else that could be used for like a little pillow. You can also do this with just a bolster. Same thing. I think we did this actually in our last session. Just laying back like that. And then finally, I have one more little option for you. You can take a firm blanket and roll it up really tightly. And then you're going to lay down, your shoulder blades are going to be on here. And so that's going to push your chest up. Okay, I hope that you were able to find a way that works for you to do supported fish. I'm going to set the timer for us. And just to remind you, in case you just joined, I have a device here that shows me the chat. So if you have any questions, we can try to figure it out. Whatever setup you chose, make sure your palms are facing up and your arms are a little away from the body. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable and safe for you. Just feel the weight of your body meeting whatever setup you were able to create. Feel your breath meeting the areas where you feel the most support. So it's almost a feeling like I'm breathing into the backside of my body. Let's consciously soften the jaw, shifting it from side to side a few times, opening and closing the mouth. Double check the positioning. It should feel like your nose is pointing up to the ceiling, but something you can do is lift your head, draw your chin down a little bit. What we're trying to avoid is head tipped way back like this. And connecting with the lower half of the body. Just a subtle opening across the front of the chest. This is one of those yin poses that the feeling might be a little more nuanced. We'll add a little more oomph for our last minute here. Interlace your fingers. Put them either on the top of your head or behind your head. Okay, so you're just letting the arms open wide here. Let's take 3 deeper breaths together. Breathe in now. Again, feeling your whole rib cage expand. One more. Let go of the interlaced fingers. And you can either come up to a seat or roll onto your side. Some nice ways to counter this supported back bend is to just simply lean forward like we were in butterfly. Another favorite is just looking over and doing some cat and cow movements. Giving yourself some time. Here we are ready for a child's pose. Child's pose can be super comfortable and relaxing for people without using any props. Others find something under the torso or the core can be really supportive, so using something like a bolster down the middle. If you're finding the ground's a little too far for you, using blocks can be super helpful. Something like this. Experiment. Find your way. I won't be doing this pose with you as my mic gets squished. Your arms and hands can be however you want them to be. So this shape is targeting the length of the spine. So we're bringing just space in between every vertebra. But we're also targeting the joints of the hips, the knees, the ankles in a really potent way. We're putting this sustained, prolonged pressure on these joints, and that's really healthy for the joints. And that leads me to talk about the second principle of Yin Yoga, and that's resolving to remain still. Remaining still is important because when the body maintains stillness, the breath naturally follows suit. It gets calmer, slower, and then the mind fluctuations also slow down. I think this is why overall Yin Yoga practice helps us just to feel so calm and so steady. So this second principle, resolving to remain still, it's also important to remain still because that way the tissues that we're targeting can receive all of that energy. If we're moving around and fidgeting a lot, the muscles tend to take up the beneficial stress we're putting on them. If you've chosen a head to one side position, you can change that now. We're halfway through the hold. So let's just be in stillness here for the rest of this hold. Stillness in the body, stillness in the breath, and stillness in the mind. We've got about another minute and a half. Breathing in a little deeper this time. And then guiding yourself up and away from the floor. Stretching out the legs. You can do stretching on hands and knees. You could even push up to a downward dog or stand up and kind of dangle there, forward fold kind of thing. All right, so next up we have a pose that we call banana asana. It's essentially a supine, so on your back, crescent moon pose. My teacher, Bernie Clark, coined the term, I believe, banana asana, because when we look down on you, we think you look like a banana or you look like a banana. Okay, anyways, legs out long on your back. Okay, I'm just checking I'm still in frame. You are going to walk your legs over to the right. You want to keep your hips and buttocks on the floor. Then walk your top half over, bring your arms overhead. We are looking to create a sensation on the left side of the body. Let's fine-tune this a little bit. If you want, you can cross your ankles. It could be left over right or right over left. If crossing it makes it too intense, but your left leg keeps kind of slipping, put your block or your bolster there and it will just hold your leg. Reaffirm that yes, indeed, my hips and buttocks are flat on the floor. That left hip is heavy. Move up the body to the upper back. The shoulder blades should also be flush against the mat. Then into the arms. How do your shoulders feel? They feel a little pinchy. If they do, go ahead and release the grip on your arms and maybe bring your grip to your wrists. Is that left arm way up in the air? Put something underneath it. We're looking to make a sensation in the left side of the body. So that's your assignment for this one. And of course, to breathe in deeply. My body gets a little pinchy and ouchy in the shoulder after I've been here about a minute or so, so I end up putting my hand at my rib cage. You can do that anytime. We're just allowing the body to open up all on its own. The third principle, holding for time. These connective tissues that are drier and more plasticky in nature versus elasticy like muscles, they need time to be affected. Hi, cat. I'm going to just stay on this side for about 30 more seconds. Take a few deep breaths before we switch and feel that left side expanding. Wonderful. Now, shimmy your way back to the center. Before we go to the other side, let's bend the knees. Pull the legs up towards the body. Give yourself a little hug here. And then some rocks from side to side. And we'll stretch out. and practice this on the other side. Scooch, scooch, scooch the legs over to the left, arms overhead, scooch, scooch, scooch to the left until you create sensation on the right side of your body. Goodness, loud truck out there. Again, just ensuring that the buttocks is resting on the floor, especially that right side. The right shoulder blade is on the floor. The shoulders and arms are feeling supported. You can do whatever you want with the head. It can be looking straight up, or to either side. Settling in here. Starting to notice the most obvious sensations. And imagining a breath would flow right into those spots. This water flexion of the spine is very beneficial in keeping any lower back issues, especially at the or keeping what's known as the pelvic girdle soft, hydrated, and supple. So this is the layers of connective tissue around the midsection. One more long, slow, deep breath before we come out. And just undoing. Take a moment for some rebounding movements. Try some hip rotations. Or that knees to chest again. Rocking from side to side. Twenty more minutes. Okay, we have time. We're going to take puppy pose now. So this one is like a nice draping of the spine. You want to set up with knees under the hips. And this is without any props what it would look like. I'm a fan of a bolster at my chest. So that looks like this. Or you can put it like right on the chest. Figure out your way, and we're going to hang out there for 3 minutes. In the past, this was kind of hard on my shoulders, so I would do one arm extended at a time. That's definitely an alternative. basically you just want to think about, it's that time of year too, like your spine is like hanging like a row of lights on a tree. I'm going to come out of the pose since my mic gets squished. I don't know how that sounds for you. Probably not great. Now, while you're here, come back to your breath. And just see if you can keep softening a little bit more with every exhale. Another benefit of this particular shape is it really gives your organs of respiration a lot of spaciousness, and being in a inverted position just brings a different energy, different blood flow, different pressure, and all this is deeply nourishing. We've got just a little bit longer here. If you were doing a one-armed version, consider taking your other arm out now. Now feel a couple more really expansive breaths. So go ahead and inhale more deeply. Two more. Pressing your way back up to all four. Let's tuck the toes and take a downward dog, really drawing the chin inward. Woo. And release. We are transitioning to the back side of the body for a spinal twist now. So the spinal twist that I'll offer is called the twisted roots. If you know eagle pose, it's like that. So like the left leg comes over the right, as high up at the thighs as you can, and then you're just gonna drop your legs to the right. You definitely can wrap around your foot if you want to, but you don't have to. So without anything there, that makes it a little too intense for my body. So this is a great tip in case you want to let your legs land on something. That way, this left shoulder blade, at least in my body, it feels more comfortable. If you're floating way up in the air, try this hack, a block, a bolster, whatever your legs can land on. Your head can turn to the left. The arms get to be whatever feels most comfortable in your body. But do make sure you turn your head as far left as you can comfortably. So what if this twisted up legs isn't working for you? No biggie. Go ahead and come out and then just stack your legs. I think that's what I'm gonna do actually. That feels better to me today. So you do you. So I've gone over the 3 principles of Yin Yoga. The first one is moving into your shape to the edge that works in your body. You want to feel some sensation, but not too much, not too little, just right. The second is resolving to remain still. And this calms the body, the breath, the mind. The third principle is holding for time. This is really what makes it Yin Yoga. We're targeting the connective tissues in the body in this style. So they respond to long holds. And then the fourth principle is the rebound, or what we do after coming out of the pose. Be sure to attend to your left arm if it feels tingly at all. You can always move it to come to rest on your rib cage. We've got 1 more minute here. Maybe a little less. Rolling your way back to center. Again, hugging the knees. You might even do like a little bridge pose. Whatever you need to do to feel like you kind of rinsed away the intensity of that one. And then we will try that moving in the other direction. Putting something between the legs can be really nice too if you're doing that stacked leg version. And just a sense of your body unwinding, just softening into the position that's going to work best for you. And so as I mentioned in the very beginning, the theme of this class is the spine. So now we've completed moving the spine in all the directions that it can go. And this pretty much happens in all Yin Yoga classes, but we want to keep the spine supple and hydrated. It truly is a command center in the human body, encasing our precious spinal cord that allows us our animation, our movement, all the nerves that travel at the spine, all the dense layers of tissue. Spinal health is a key to vibrant health. And even practicing yin yoga can be thought of as a way to keep the spine in alignment. It's like it naturally adjusts. I'm not going to say it's chiropractic, but what I've noticed over the years in my body is that a regular practice of yin yoga keeps my spine feeling happy and in alignment. Just a little bit longer here in this twist, and then we'll move into Shavasana. And now moving back to center. A little rebounding if you'd like, or getting set up for Shavasana, the ultimate rebound. I'm going to use a blanket under the head and a bolster under the knees for this Shavasana. Be sure that you're feeling warm. Just finding yourself in a completely supported position. You can even cover your eyes with a scarf or an eye pillow. Making any other adjustments. Returning to the Ujjayi Pranayama for the first moment or two in Shavasana. And come back to your breath. Deepening the breath. Starting to move your fingers and toes. Stretching your body out long. Hugging the legs back in towards your center. As you're ready, rolling to your side. Just pausing here. Noticing how you're feeling. Rising to a seat. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and doing some yin yoga. Let's bring our palms together in front of the heart space. Close down your eyes again. Might you create an intention for whatever's next for you today. Just repeating that in your mind a few more times, impressing the subconscious. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye center, we bow and offer each other the greeting of Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining in for this yin yoga practice today. Hey, if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to this channel, liking the video, leave me a comment with how this affected you. How do you feel? And consider sharing it with someone that might need it. I'll see you in the next video.